Yes, Mr. Chair, I was also referring to corruption being a fad and a fashion. Yung nawala na nga yung mga values, no?
On the corruption being a fad and a fashion, we cannot solve corruption, as I've said earlier, through the passage of laws. All I beg Congress to pass is a law making it mandatory, good manners and right conduct, but a God-centered good manners and right conduct subject. Take out that God-centered good manners and right conduct aspect, you will be a failure. I'll give you an example. Teacher ako sa isang barangay. Tuturo ako ng good manners and right conduct. Pero pagdadating ng hapon, mga alas 5, alas 6, nandun ako sa kalsada lasing, naghahamon ng away. Will my pupils, my students, believe me on what I am teaching about good manners and right conduct? No. But let good manners and right conduct be God-centered. Let our young, the youth, ipaano natin uli, yung pagmamahal sa Diyos, love of God, fear of God, which is absent nowadays. Hindi ko naman sinasabing religyoso akong tao. No, I am not. I am 10 times a sinner than a criminal in serving sentence in Muntinlupa. I am probably the number 1 adulterer in this room. But what I am saying is, itemper naman natin to yung takot sa Diyos. Na bago natin gawin yun, matakot tayo sa Diyos. Diba? Why do we have this riding in tandem? It's all because about money. It's not just about corruption, but it's because we don't fear God anymore. We don't fear that there is hell. We don't even believe that there is hell. We don't respect ourselves. We don't respect the Lord. Whatever you conceive your God to be, you follow your God. Whether you call him Allah, Jehovah, or Lord, just follow the dictates. Because no religion teaches immoral things. No religion tells us that mabuti ang pumatay. Walang reliyon nagsasabing mabuti ang magnakaw. Wala eh. So let us have a good manners and right conduct subject that is God-centered. That's all I ask from Congress to do. A 1 hour a week to be taught by the ministers of the various religious organizations. The Iglesia ni Cristo has promised me that they will send their ministers to these various public schools to teach good manners and right conduct with God as the center of that. Okay sana yun. And I hope other religions will follow with volunteer. Kahit lang sa Katoliko yung sinasabi ng catechism, let's start with that. Let us start teaching the young to pray the rosary sa Catholics. Let us start teaching the young to read the Bible, as what the sponsor of this hearing this morning is. Wala, but I think we start it now, and for the next 20 or 30 years, we may not be in this earth anymore, but the fruits will come out after about 20, 30 years, and expect that to happen. But we have to start it now, Your Honor. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, just a quick rejoinder. Will the Ombudsman agree with me in proposing that this should be one of the core functions of the Sangguniang Kabataan? Because 10% of the barangay funds, municipal funds, and even provincial funds goes to their activities. Pero nauubos po kasi minsan may bikini open, minsan kung yung mga disco derby, concert, tuloy, yung iba nahihinto pa sa pag-aaral, yung iba naman nagbubuntisan na lang. So ang maganda siguro, Mr. Chair, is that we all move because while this is the mandate of the Office of the Ombudsman, it will be very difficult for them to be bombarded with a lot of corruption cases because corruption is starting to become the norm rather than the exception. Not to mention the fact na hindi lang po ang corruption ang andudun eh. Andudun na yung inggitan, what the Honorable Ombudsman mentioned earlier, there is already harassment. Kapag dun sa opisina, mapropromote yung mga qualified na mga eksperto. Even the scientists are now very much challenged. We will even ask doctors we are also very much challenged kasi kunyari merong isang magreklamo, may pasyenteng nasusulan sa baba, lahat isasama sa kaso up to the professors in the universities and even up to the medical center chief. In other words, the loss of morals and values has already transcended into the possibility of non-performance of functions and duties because fear is already there. Fear that was inculcated because there are just a lot of evil actions surrounding. May we get the wisdom of the ombudsman from this kasi napakasayang ng ating sangguniang kabataan. Minsan nauubos sa seminar, mas mabibigyan ng puntirya yung kanilang direksyon if they will be molded into anti-corruption warriors.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we have trained high school students and with respect to the fight against corruption. With respect to the kabataang barangay, I think there should be a law that would make it mandatory for them also to spend some of its budget or part of its budget in values formation. But a values formation, as I said, that is God-centered. As I said, wala ho yung God, wala ho mangyayari sa atin. We will not just, as you said, go down to the drain. We are not just going down to the drain. We are already in the septic vaults. We're just like cockroaches now scampering for safety. That when the time comes that we're about to have our last breath, that is the only time we say, Lord, papagtawaran nyo na lang po ako. Maraming pong salamat.
Thank you very much, Chair, and I laud the Ombudsman family for bringing that up, no? Kasi napakaiba na nung panahon ngayon ikumpara sa nung kapanahonan natin. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.